joke. FBI resisted investigating leaks. Let's go now to some of these headlines and break it down a little bit further. Out of Zero Hedge, Trump throws his base some red meat, fires Comey. In this breakdown of it, they say that this is a nothing burger and a distraction because Trump may be sending 5,000 or more U.S. military troops back into Afghanistan, the longest ever war that the United States has been involved in. So is this a big distraction from that? Possibly. All the Democrats are freaking out. Elijah Cummings wants emergency hearings over Comey firing. And these are the same Democrats that wanted Comey fired when he came out saying they had new evidence in October, the October surprise that Comey laid on Hillary Clinton during the election. But if you remember, he had to do something because Bill Clinton and then Attorney General Loretta Lynch met on an airplane in Arizona to talk about their grandchildren. But he laid out a list of charges against Hillary Clinton for espionage, all the crimes she committed with her private servers, gave immunity to her staff, laid out a list of crimes that she had committed, and then said that he recommended no indictment or no prosecutor would indict. So, I mean, this guy is just too much. Clinton campaign team denounces Comey ouster. Could this mean that the Justice Department and the FBI are going to go after Hillary Clinton now again? I mean, which they probably should be. Robbie Mook, Hillary Clinton campaign manager, Twilight Zone. I was as disappointed and frustrated as anyone at how the email investigation was handled, but this terrifies me. It should. Brian Fallon, spokesman for the Clinton campaign. This is appropriate settlement, but DOJ should have awaited IG probe on Comey. Now it just smells like Russian cover-up. Hillary Clinton's vice presidential running mate, Trump firing Comey, shows how frightened the admin is over Russia investigation. Where Comey's continually said there is no evidence. So I just don't understand how firing Comey is going to cover up the Russian investigation where there is no evidence. Makes no sense. Complete and utter nonsense. Continuing here, of course, Trump fires FBI Director Comey. Trump fires Comey, FBI Director, after he misled the Senate on Huma Abedin's emails to Anthony Weiner. I mean, Huma Abedin, aide of Hillary Clinton, gave classified emails to her pedophile, underage sexting husband, Anthony Weiner, and that's clearly illegal. But Comey said, hey, we're not going to do anything about it. Continuing, but Nation's top cop thought it was a prank and laughed until he found out it was true. And so, yeah, he saw it on television screens at the LA FBI offices and thought they were pranking him. But nope, sorry to say, it is true. You're fired, James Comey. New acting FBI director is Andrew McCabe, and he too is caught in the toxic impact of Clinton as his political wife got cash from a Hillary ally. And his wife, McCabe's wife, ran for Senate, lost, got big donations from the Democrat Party. So there's conflict of interest there as well. So let's look for the acting director, Andrew McCabe, to also be removed from duty. Continuing, Trump fires FBI director, setting off U.S. political storm. And all these Democrats, we need a special prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. But they were praising Comey when he didn't indict Hillary. Remember that? Oh, yeah. But now that he's investigating Trump in this fake made-up Russia scandal, how dare Trump fire him? Never mind the fact that he basically did indict Hillary Clinton, basically did indict Huma Abedin and her husband, Anthony Weiner, and said, but we're not going to do anything about all these crimes, espionage, racketeering, to name a few, but we're not going to do anything. I mean, we have evidence that they did it, but they didn't have criminal intent, right? That's what he said. So he's the judge, jury, prosecutor, and not executioner, the head of the FBI. Truly amazing. Trump abruptly axes FBI's Comey in midst of Russia probe. And of course, the mainstream media is going off on this. Here's 10 major FBI scandals on Comey's watch as head of the FBI. Number one, before he bombed the Boston Marathon, the FBI interviewed Tamerlan Tazarnev, but let him go. Russia sent the Obama administration a second warning, but the FBI opted against investigating him. Shortly after the NSA scandal exploded in 2013, the FBI was exposed conducting its own data mining on innocent Americans. The agency, Bloomberg reported, retains the materials for decades, even if no wrongdoing is found. Number three, the FBI had possession of emails sent by Nadel Hassan saying he wanted to kill his fellow soldiers to protect the Taliban, but didn't intervene, leading many critics to argue the tragedy that had resulted in the death of 31 Americans at Fort Hood could have been prevented. Number four, during the Obama administration, the FBI claimed that 2 private jets were being used primarily for counterterrorism, when in fact they were mostly being used for Eric Holder and Robert Mueller's business and personal travel. Number five, when the FBI demanded Apple create a backdoor that would allow law enforcement agencies to unlock the cell phones of various suspects, the company refused, sparking a battle between the feds and America's biggest tech company. What makes this incident indicative of Comey's questionable management of the agency is that the FBI jumped the gun, as they were indeed ultimately able to crack the San Bernardino terrorist phone, and B, almost every other major national security figure sided with Apple, from former CIA Director General Petraeus to former CIA Director James Woolsey to former Director of the NSA General Michael Hayden, warning that such a crack would inevitably wind up in the wrong hands. Number six, 2015, the FBI conducted a controversial raid on a Texas political meeting, fingerprinting, photographing, and seizing phones from attendees. Some in the group believe in restoring Texas as an independent constitutional republic. Number seven, during its investigation into Hillary Clinton's mishandling of classified material, the FBI made an unusual deal in which Clinton aides were both given immunity and allowed to destroy their laptops. I mentioned that earlier, and no one was ever prosecuted. Number eight, the father of the radical Islamist who detonated a backpack bomb in New York City in 2016 alerted the FBI to his son's radicalization. The FBI, however, cleared Amir Khan Ramadi after a brief interview. Number nine, the FBI also investigated the terrorist who killed 49 people and wounded 53 more at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. Despite a more than 10-month investigation, Omar Mateen, during which Mateen admitted to lying to agents, the FBI opted against pressing further and closed its case. Number 10, CBS recently reported that when 2 terrorists sought to kill Americans attending the Draw Muhammad event in Garland, Texas. The FBI not only had an understanding of the attack, that the attack was coming, but actually had an undercover agent traveling with the Islamicists. The FBI has refused to comment on why the agent on the scene did not intervene during the attack. And it goes on and on and on. Most of these terror cells are set up by the FBI. Judge Napolitano exposed that. A bunch of other people exposed that. The FBI was paying Geek Squad that works at Best Buy to spy on people's laptop computers. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So why did they fire him? I don't know. Here's 10 major scandals when he was head of it. Here's some good reasons. So let's go back to Zero Hedge for a summary breakdown. They go through here. Here's the letters of his firing. And so today, Donald Trump informed FBI Director James Comey that he has been terminated and removed from office. President Trump acted. This is the reason why that they're publicly stating the Trump administration and Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. President Trump acted based on the clear recommendations of both Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The FBI is one of our nation's most cherished and respected institutions, and today will mark a new beginning for our crown jewel of law enforcement, said President Trump. A search for a new permanent FBI director will begin immediately. And here's the letters. I'm not going to read those. But down here further in the article, they go ahead and here's the Snowden said, set aside politics. Every American should condemn such political interference in the Bureau's work. So Snowden standing up for Comey. This FBI director has sought for years to jail me on account of my political activities. If I oppose his firing, so can you. Brad Sherman, Trump fires Comey, no reason given. Of course, we just gave the reason. What's Trump trying to hide? More than ever needs special counsel to investigate Trump and Russia. Independent commission now. Bernie Sanders, what a pussy. Excuse my language, but I mean Bernie Sanders. Donald Trump's decision to fire FBI Director James Comey raises serious questions about what his administration is hiding. Really, Bernie Sanders, I mean, it came out that the DNC stole the nomination from you and you did nothing. You laid down like a woman. So I don't think you can really say much at this point, Bernie Sanders. You lost all respect. And I really don't like you because you're a socialist scumbag that worships the state. Continuing here. Oh yeah, and they're saying this is a Nixonian moment for all the Democrats are out there. This is a Nixonian moment. Trump is covering up his ties with Russia when there's been no evidence presented. How many times do we have to go over this, and how many people have to say it under oath at congressional hearings? There is